Previously, in the Shattered Lands, grimly determined, the heroes pressed onward, heading below the keep into the dungeon lair that was beneath. There they found the remnants of the Bonebreaker brigands, and they were ready for them. Led by Grandal the Merciless, who had healed most of his wounds, no doubt with potions Artie would have sorely desired, the bandits fought their last stand. The combat that followed was fierce and deadly, with momentum swinging both ways. At the height of the battle, Grandal and several of his minions flanked the party. Meanwhile, Sir Venric, Brother Bertram, and Rigel cut a swath through their enemies. Khepri simply sought to stay alive, finding little ways to be useful even though she was mostly out of spells. However, Rigel suffered a near-mortal wound as a brigand hacked deep into his leg with a battle axe. For all their ferocity, the Bonebreakers could not stand against the might of the Aegis, and at the end, Bertram and Venric laid the last of the bandits low, Sir Venric taking the head of Grandal himself. The last of the bandits threw down their arms, begging for mercy, and it was grudgingly granted by the party only at the righteous Sir Venric's insistence. The heroes were able to learn some information from them as well. Looting the dungeon, they found a good haul of treasure, as well as an incriminating letter proving that agents of the Empire of Vost were behind the troubles of the village of Reuven. Wasting no time, the adventurers headed back to their camp, a half-dozen captives in tow, as well as the gravely injured ranger. There they found Squire Clay hadn't had any trouble, and they all spent a miserable night as the weather worsened, both keeping watch for threats as well as watching their prisoners. The next day, they trudged through the hills and forests back to town, successfully backtracking the way that Rigel had led them. The next night, one of the brigands escaped, but the adventurers had no time to pursue him and pressed on. They arrived back in the town of Reuven that night as the first snow of the season began to fall softly all around them. Winter, it seemed, had arrived. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
So, you have arrived in Reuven. It is the 14th of November. It is evening, and snow is falling. What does my party do?
Were we going to start with the other? These?
Oh, you know what? We were. Actually, I forgot about that. Yes, we're going to cut momentarily. Sorry about that, you guys. I told you that. For anyone watching, the DM has lost his mind. Yes, so for anyone watching, we're going to switch back to the Temple of the Argent Lord and the heroes that are there. It has been since we last left our other erstwhile band a few days. I believe 7. Let me just double check that. Yes, it has been 7 days, so it's been a week. And that was why I felt like it was a good time to check back in with all of you. Starting with Sir Godric. Sir Godric, you've had a week. How would he have been spending his time?
Godric would have sought out men to drill with, possibly the Scarrow's arrows if he caught wind that they were drilling. And then prayer.
Yep. Okay. So you get up early in the morning, prepare yourself in prayer like a true paladin. You pray in your full armor, and then you make your way out. And you've trained with a few others around, but you notice that Scarrow's arrows are training. And once they've gotten to know you a little bit, and Duncan Scarrow's like, hi, of course. We'd love someone else to help train them. You're a proper knight, you are. Paladin, that is. And as you can see, we need a lot of help. And these new recruits that they have are raw and green. And Duncan and his second in command are working them. So you get right in there with them and help them train. Yep. And they put them in with you training, and very quickly you kind of get a reputation as when it comes to melee, they're just none of them can really stand with you. You and actually at one point, Scarrow at himself says after a training session, "We should spar sometime, big man. I'm curious, strength versus speed, you know. But you're quite good.
Absolutely.
You're quite good.
Well, I would look forward to that.
I'm curious. Do you mean to travel with Sir Venric and Brother Bertram in the lot when this is all done?"
Perhaps I'm headed out at the behest of Father Gedwin with Mistress Aelwyn and Celivus the Wizard. But perhaps I will journey with them.
Excellent, excellent. Well, it'd be good to have another blade with us, especially a holy one and one who knows how to wield it, such as yourself.
Yes, indeed. Good to be amongst warriors.
Oh, aye. Well, he kind of glances back at the new recruits, some of whom are, just kind of sitting desolately off to the side. And he's like, present company excluded. Some of them need a bit more training. Speaking of which, I think it's time we go for a run, eh? And they kind of like look at him, and they're just like, "You're serious? We just sparred for 2 hours." He's like, "Come on, up! You think the orcs will wait for you? Let's go right now."
Just would get up in his full plate and follow along.
Okay, and they're starting to hate you for that because they're having a hard time running around in leather armor.
He doesn't get it. He just grins like, "This is it."
And Godric's, and in ever worsening weather. And I don't know, Godric, as the weather worsens, does it improve your mood because it's harder?
Oh yeah, it challenges the soul.
Yes.
This is the goodness of life.
You kind of hear a couple of them at different times. Is he like going to be here every day? But they don't say it too loud. And the week passes, and you get to know the arrows pretty well. And they get to know you, the new recruits. But they do begin to all pretty much accept you, and you and Duncan get to know each other pretty well, and he's not the type of person you would normally, maybe spend a lot of time with, but as far as being a warrior, you definitely respect him. Meanwhile, Dweezil, what would you be up to with your week?
Dweezil would be playing his dice and cards game with the group that he had met. As often as they got together, he'd be there doing that.
Okay.
The rest of the time, because he kind of figured out that there's not much trouble or excitement to get into around here. So a lot of the rest of the time, he's going to kind of spend in his cups and off to himself, and
okay,
kind
of a little depressed.
And
you're a little depressed, but you find out with you there and some of the new things, there's a high stakes game that's coming up, and they want to know if you're in.
Oh, I'm in.
They let you know it's a 5 gold entry.
Hey. All right, I'm in.
All right. Okay. And as you are the night that everyone, comes in, it's they ask for your 5 gold at the door. You got to pony up because remember, this is kind of a down low. And you realize that the purse is going to be 50 gold. It's a larger gathering. You see Duncan Scarrows there. You see a couple of other people. You see a couple of hedge knights that are in here. Just people that are of a goodly sort, but do like to have a good time. Celibus, you probably still wouldn't have caught wind of any of this stuff, would you?
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. So
He's nose deep in books.
There is a purse of 50 gold. So what you get to do, you get to make you can either so what is your highest stat as far as intelligence, wisdom, or your highest skill? For example, a skill that you could use would be sleight of hand, any of those skills that would aid you in gambling.
So his raw dex 17, his sleight of hand is a skill that he has. Possibly
+3.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. No, so you could add the plus.
That'd be +2.
Okay. So you can add that to your roll. So the first round of rolls, it is you and it is 4 others. all rolling, and you get to add 2 to your roll.
16.
Total?
Yep.
I got 2 11s, a 9, and an 18.
Oh.
But you are in the top 3, so 3 of those go on to the second round because it's cards and dice as you move through the night. So without on the other side of it, the other 3 are in. So there's a total of 6. So 5 and you. And this is round 2. You get to add your +2.
21.
Oh, okay. You win. So the 1, the 8, and the 12 are out. The 17 and the 13 are in. You got a 21. And now this is the final round. Weasel, you still add your bonus.
That is a 15.
Got a 2 and a 16.
Oh.
And so as we get to the end of the night, your buddy that actually, let me go back to. Guy you've kind of gotten to know pretty well. Actually, let me see if it's him. No, is it? Duncan Scarrow wins the pot
Oh,
and is up 50 gold. Like, it was good, lad, but you have a tell.
You don't say.
I can't tell you, because maybe we'll play cards again soon.
I'd like that.
Glorious night, lads. And he stands and kind of slaps the table. And you can see some people are kind of aggravated, but Duncan is a very capable warrior, and no one is like, say it too much. And he kind of like scoops the pot back, to get a lot of it's in copper and silver, so it's a big old pot. And he starts like, I tell you, lads, I'm going to need a chest. Yep. And he looks at the guy that, runs the store. He's like, how about a chest on the house? How about you pay for a chest? Fair enough. Get a small chest then. And Scarrow walks out, counting his coin and laughing. And Dweezil, you were so close, man. It was down to you and Scarrow at the end. And you thought, sure, he was bluffing. Turns out the swordsman was not bluffing. Meanwhile, Celavis, the Seeker.
All right. Celavis is in the process of trying to add new spells to his spell book.
Yes, and he was studying, I believe, the whole week.
Yes.
Nose to the grindstone.
Mhm.
All right. So, what's the first spell on day 1 that you're trying to add?
Scorching Array.
Okay. The DC is 12, because it's a 2nd level spell. And you add your spellcraft. And again, don't forget it's classic.
Okay. So let's see here. That is a 13.
Scorching Ray is now added to your spellbook. Day 2.
hi.
Okay. Actually, I realized after day 2, because I had done Invisibility, Scorching Ray. Those were the only 2 new spells I could add. But I was going to
Okay.
be doing
Scrolls.
scrolls.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's day 3 then? What would the first scroll be?
Okay. Day 3, I am going to do a scroll of Burning Hands.
Okay.
Which for a first level scroll is 20 gold and takes 1 full day.
Okay. And it's a DC 11.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, that one's a dirty 20.
So, scroll of Burning Hands. This can only end well for me.
I love that.
Next
Day
on
4?
the list, a scroll of Charm Person, also cast a level or first level spell.
Same DC.
Okay. That's going to be a 22.
Yep. You now have a scroll of Charm Person. Also lame.
Let's see. I'm going to do this one. We're on day 5, correct?
Yes. Day 5.
So then for the last 2 days, I'm going to make a scroll of Scorching Ray. Because it takes
Phase 5,
2
6,
days.
and 7. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And that one's going to be 50 gold for the scroll of Scorching Ray. Let's see here. That is a 14.
Okay. Yep. So scroll of Scorching Ray. And you have one free day. Do you take a day off, Celovus, or do you just stay in the library regardless?
He will, after blearily kind of looking up from his books at some point, he will just kind of go out and about and kind of check on everything, check on Scaro's arrows, check on the rest of the group.
And as you do, you kind of come, you make your way. You see Godric is training with Duncan Scarrow. And Godric is he's gung ho. He's like super, and you kind of get a feel for it. And again, you and your dragon kind of are checking it out, and he's like, "My word, he's a bit much, isn't he?" And Godric's just like pushing and going. You see, Duncan Scarrow seems to be in an excellent mood toward the end of the week for some reason. He's just grinning ear to ear, and he's just having a good old time. And eventually you make your way up to see Aelwyn.
Yes, I will go and check on her, see how her recovery comes coming.
All right. And Aelwyn, you've had a very strange week. You've been resting a lot, but it seems like every night you get increasingly vivid dreams where you're talking to someone, and you've honed in on it as definitely an animal. And you get just a vision in your mind as the week goes on. It is a Black Panther. And at first, because they're speaking of dark elves, your mind goes to a displacer beast, but it's not. As you start to commune with this creature, you get a sense as like you're communicating with it and almost telepathically, you can see as it sees itself. And it's just a large Black Panther. And it seems to be drawing a lot of comfort, and it's a lot of wordless exchanges. But some of the dreams are so vivid. At one point, you feel like you have this dream where you awaken, and you're lying, and this thing is next to you, purring very loudly, and it's a big Black Panther. It's the size of a human, and it sits up and tenses, and you get a sense of another presence there. And as you turn, you see Ruathane enter this clearing. And it's like you hear, "Pray?"
No, friend.
Ah, friend. And Ruathane's response, as it so often is a little bit of alarm. And what is that?
Something new. A friend. Maybe.
And when you say that, the panther leans in closer, and you're kind of sitting up now in this glade, and it just lays its pretty big head. It's like this, almost the size of your chest, just lays its head on your lap and purrs loudly. And all of a sudden there's like a crack of like a clear as day, like a crack of a whip. And it's a whoosh, and you hear the row, and the thing like growls in pain, and the dream is shattered. And you open your eyes and you sit up, and Celovus is entering, knocking at the door and kind of, "Hello," and as he starts to come in.
Hello,
Celovus.
You're awake.
Yes, is Vrixis with him?
Yes, Vrixis would be with him. Vrixis himself is actually a little tired of the library.
I just woke up. Vrixis, do you have any experience with dreams? Not regular dreams, but something different.
Almost like a vision.
Yes. And I've had trances before. This is not like that. It's something else. I'm seeing a creature that clear as day, like it's next to me, and then it's gone.
I see. Well, you are a druid, my dear. Surely you're used to speaking to the animals.
True, but nothing has ever reached across distances and spirits like this. I've spoken face to face like we are now, but nothing like this. No creature other than Ruathane has ever called to my spirit.
I see. What manner of creature is it?
A panther, a black panther, which I
Odd.
didn't think they lived in this region. I'm not even sure where it is.
I wouldn't think so either.
It talks of being tormented by, I think, dark elves.
The drow. Well, perhaps, my dear, it's an extreme. It's in a place of extremity, and this is why it's reaching out to you. It's terrible. Dark elves are notoriously cruel. It must be seeking comfort and solace and anguish. It's reaching out through the ether and found a friendly voice, friendly presence, such as yourself. And again, you are a druid. I believe that you transmit and receive on a different wavelength from, well, any other kind of spellcaster. Much as clerics do with angelic beings.
You've known many druids, yes?
A few.
How do you think I might find it? Perhaps a trance to follow its spirit back to its body?
Yes, I would think if you were to focus and commune with a will. From what I know of druidic magic, which admittedly is not much, and Celibus will tell you this, my understanding of druidic magic is it has to be coupled with your will. So how do I say this? Right now, your focus is fractured, you're dealing with pain, you're healing slowly. But I believe were you to focus on finding this creature with the intention and knowledge that you're able to, that would probably sharpen. And you might get a direction, and even a distance. I can't say for sure. Most of what I know is academic, but I have known a few druids.
Of course, when I'm stuck in this box.
Well, and I wouldn't recommend focusing that hard right now because you need to marshal and conserve your strength. Remember, a trance leading to a vision, it's a taxing thing the best of times. I'm sure it will work out. And he kind of flaps over and pats you on top of the head awkwardly, kind of sits on the headboard.
I scratch his scales on his back with my good hand.
He kind of,
Sorry, go ahead.
as you do that, he kind of like settles down by your shoulder on the pillow where you're propped up and just kind of like stretches out contentedly.
How is everyone else, Celibus?
Well, Godric is training the arrows. Dweezil seems a little despondent. I don't know if it's just him simply being bored. I don't know. The halfling seems to run at twice the pace as the rest of the world. And the arrows are training the new recruits. So it seems as though things are going according to plan.
Are Haste and Ruathane okay?
I haven't been out to check on them yet. I know they've been.
They would have let you know, though. The arrows would have let you know that they've been checking on him, and Haste is almost healed. You know that Haste is. They would have told you he's just a few days from being fully healed at this point.
Good.
Well, you'll be the only one that can get him to kind of go anywhere. So, especially now that Fenric's gone.
Certainly. I tell you, Celibus, I can't wait to get out of here. These walls, I think they're a little bit closer every day.
You know, I have to be honest, I get this way quite a bit myself. I get locked into a library for quite some time, but then I need to get back in those wide open spaces. That's why I'm a seeker.
That makes sense. Probably wouldn't do well if you only ever wanted to be in the library.
I don't know if I could pull off the whole archmage. I'm an explorer. I need to go out into the land.
I can agree with that.
Well, I will regale you with tales so that you may rest. And Selvus,
I will leave you to it.
You've heard a lot of his stories, and
Selvus slips out the door.
And as you're going out the door, Vrixis is getting his lecture. His voice is like, "Very well. I shall tell you the tale of the first Dragon Lord. He was an elf, not unlike yourself. However, he was very..." And you're kind of...
And Aelwyn, as he does so, she's just like scratching his back like she would a cat, and she just closes her eyes and she's just sort of falling asleep a little bit, but just like very comforted.
Yeah, she's listening to a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. She kind of nods out, but it is kind of comforting. He's warm, and he's got that certain smell you've learned to associate with the dragon, and it's like, you know, but it's very comforting in his voice. And Ellen, as you're sitting there, you realize Vrixis is growing abnormally quickly. He's bigger than the last time. You know, he's heavier, he's longer, he's growing at quite a rate. All right. Is there anything anyone else would want to do with this group?
No.
Nope. We shall return to Ruaven. All right. As we pull away from Aelwyn and Selvus, who are talking about events, they look out the window to see the first light snow falling. They're very glad of their very warm rooms that they're in and the comforts of the temple. And we shift over miles to the west, where we come to the village of Ruaven. I'll just put my head out of the way for a second. And there in the village of Ruaven, we see the group making their way back to town, 5 prisoners in tow, also carrying the body of their fallen comrade, this barely living Rigel. You enter the town. The gate guards do stop you again. It's snowing softly. It's not heavy snow, but it is coming down a little bit. And the gate guards are like, you're back.
Hi, we've returned. We need help. One of our comrades is gravely wounded.
But of course, I'll go get the Sarge. Yes, come on in. Come on, let's get him to the temple. And assuming you guys do,
Yep.
they lead you inside the temple, or inside the village. And as you head through the center of the village, you see not many people are actually out, just because of the fact that it's cold enough to snow. And as you head through, before you get to the temple, one of them comes running back with the sergeant, and he says, "Who's fallen?"
Rigel, the ranger.
God's curse it! All right, let's get him inside. Wait, who are these? He points to the string of captured bandits you guys have tied up.
These are the bandits that survived. All of the
You did it then.
Yes, and I'll pull the ogre chieftain's head. I don't take it out of the rug yet, but I'll hold him. This is the leader's head.
Oh.
You did it! I mean, I'm very sorry about your friend, but by the light, you've done it! This is cause for celebration. All right. And he kind of turns to his men. He said, "You take this lot. You keep him under close guard. You lock him in the cellar of the inn. We'll be along soon." And, aye, sir. All right, let's get Rigel inside out of this weather.
Indeed.
And you guys go in. As you do, you make your way into the Temple of the Watchful Maiden, and the priestess Annabelle. Again, she kind of like smiles at first, and then her gaze falls like, oh, as she sees, oh no, another one.
Yes.
And she has you bring him directly below. Oh, this leg looks bad.
It's like a grievous wound.
All right. I've seen these kinds of wounds before, though. And she immediately kind of sets to. Rigel comes up, conscious at one point as she's, tending because of the pain. He comes up screaming and yelling. And then she has you all hold him down. She gives him something for the pain as she begins to really treat the wound. As she's doing this, the sergeant just kind of waits to talk to you guys. He doesn't want to talk while, he's waiting. And then finally, Priestess Annabelle turns. She's like, he'll live. However, it's going to be some time. I don't know. I don't believe we rolled for how much time, did we? Rigel? I know I had...
No, I just have permanent injury, horrible wound, leg.
Yep. I remember you rolled. I remember that you rolled, I believe it was 3. Let me find my chart.
Horrible wound was... I can't remember what's one.
There it is. Injury chart. Yep. Horrific injury. It is going to take 1d6 plus 3 weeks. If you wish to roll it. From this point.
Ooh. He got him bad. That's 9 weeks.
Oh!
Holy smoke.
Wow.
Rigel's down for the count.
I mean, the femur, that's pretty serious.
That's not one you really come back from very well.
Wow. She's like, I don't think he won't lose the leg, but it's a very near thing, and we have to keep on top of it. I'm sorry. He won't be. Look, he's going to need to spend the winter here. There's no way, even after he heals from this, the terrain will be too bad. But, and then you see the sergeant. He's like, doesn't matter. We'll take care of him like he's one of our own. I don't want you to worry about him. We've got him. We're going to take care of him and Copper and all the rest. Annabelle, they did it. They wiped out the bandits. Sir Venric has Grandal's head. Do you want to see it? And she's like, no, I don't. Not in here with my patients. Actually, in fact, I think you should leave. You're talking a little loud. And he's like, right, of course. I'm very sorry about Rigel, but we should go to the inn.
All right.
Thank you, Annabelle.
How was Copper?
And she's like, he's doing better. He's had moments of consciousness. He's healing slowly. But he'll be all right. He needs some time. I'm trying to actually find in here. I know I rolled. Did we ever roll his time? We did, didn't we?
So, yeah.
I think we did. I don't remember what it was.
I thought it was like a couple weeks at least, but I don't remember the exact number.
I'll find it. But she says he's doing better. He's just going to need some time. His leg is very badly injured. Although it's unfortunate. It's going to be. I'll take care of him. I'll take care of Rigel. And you can see that for the first time, the sergeant looks and he's like, and you are? Looking at Cadrak.
Name's Cadric Grabbenhammer. They saved me.
They are heroes, are they not? Well,
Got me out of there.
well, welcome to Ruoven. You're welcome, of course. there's anything we can do, we're all just about to head over, I believe, to the Pioneer Inn. The ale is quite good, my friend. I know you dwarves are fond of ale.
Sounds good to me.
Excellent. Well, let's go. I don't think this snow is going to stick, but it's cold right now. Just get you in front of a warm fire, and, well, everyone's going to want to know.
All right, we'll follow you.
All right. And he leads you through the streets, which it's not far. It's a small village. And you can see even before you get to the inn, it's packed. Word has spread. People have come through all the bad weather. And before you've even said a word outside the inn, people are shaking your hands. Light bless you as you're going in. You see one, let's hear it for the Aegis, the heroes. And you guys kind of make your way into the inn. The innkeep is like, first round's free, let's hear it for the Aegis, the heroes.
For the horrors, I will drink. Not insanely, but she's ready for us to drink.
They come in
All right,
pints.
and she does, and there's a table of honor right in front of the fireplace, the big table. They want to hear about everything, all of it, just every detail. They're so curious. If you guys wish to role play that out, you can, or we can just go with the fact that you share, what went down.
Yep, and I'll hand over the letter to the sergeant.
What's this?
Yeah.
Rondell had it.
Would you guys be in the middle of telling the story right now, any of you?
Yeah, I would.
Bertram would, yeah.
I'd be filling the sergeant in on the details of what happened.
Okay. And the crowd begins to really pull from you guys, almost a more performative version maybe than you've done. Because then what happened?
We split the party left and right, east and west.
And there, as you're telling the story, Kepri, you kind of hand the letter, and he's like engrossed, and he's like, "Whoa, what's this?"
It's the reason why. Grondel had it. Read it.
We should talk afterward in private, Sergeant.
And his face grows really hard as he's looking at this letter, really angry. And he folds it back, and you could tell he's trying hard not to crumple it. He looks furious, right? Not in front of everyone.
You should have seen Rigel. But you couldn't, because no one could. He rained death from above. Kepri hurling fireballs.
They're all like cheering.
Jumped across the ramparts that were broken, lashing about with his axe. Bandits flying every swing. It was a bloodbath.
They eat it up with a spoon, but you can tell that again. The sergeant. His mood is. It's Roy Fuller. His entire mood has changed. He's angry, and he's like, I'll meet you in the back room with some of the council. And you guys finish, and it's at least another half an hour before you're able to finish regaling them. And finally, the innkeeper's like, all right, let them eat, let them finish their drinks. Come on now. And they break it up, but they're like, the brigands are done for. We'll be safe again. But what of the wyvern? Didn't you hear they drove that off too? The wyvern's gone. It's probably left. Probably went off to its lair to die. It's gone forever. I'm sure of it. And they're all just kind of like, the blacksmith even said so. And meanwhile, you all are, once you decide to, you can make your way toward the private room off in the back where you saw Sergeant Fuller. The door's like kind of half open. He's in there talking to some of the town elders.
I will join them after I'll finish my meal off and bring my ale with me and join them back there.
Follow.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Bertram, as he's getting up to leave, and says, and then for the part 2 of this tale, we went downstairs, and then he'll walk off back to the back.
What happened downstairs?
Later.
And Bertram kind of wanders off, clearly enjoying, you hear somebody, what about Big Trum? He was my favorite. As the rest of you enter, you see Bertram kind of swagger on back, clearly enjoying the telling of the tale. The mood within this back room is quite a bit more somber. You can see there's just a few people. It looks like Garrett Lorne is here. Priestess Annabelle Quinn is not, because she is seen to actually a lot of your party. But Dolores Keats, the stable owner, is here. And it's just them and the Sergeant Fuller as you guys enter. And they're just, and the letter's kind of laying on the center of the table. And you can kind of see seated Lauren, who is actually Fiona's father, Garrett Lorne, as he's kind of sitting there rubbing his head. It's terrible. And Fuller's kind of standing, he gestures like, this is what I was afraid of. We know what's going on. This is Vost. They're trying to destabilize the region.
We saw a coach on our way into the hills it didn't have any heraldry, but it had black and red details.
Yes.
We passed it. Did it come this way?
Yes, it came only for a day. They didn't even stay the night. They were merchants. Well, I mean, at least that's what Norm Willett said. That's who they met with. They were some new trade deal, he said, he was working out.
Is that the crusty old thief?
Yes.
I knew it.
Do you think... old Willett? Surely not. I mean, Reuven's been his home long as anyone, longer than most.
But perhaps he sees this as a way of preserving it. Maybe he thinks he's doing the greater good, rather than it get destroyed by Vost to save it. People have done more insane things than that. These are only thoughts.
Sergeant, on the one hand, I believe he should be questioned, but without any proof of anything, I don't think you should do it just yet, because it would tip him off and in turn tip Vost off for his... I think he should be trailed. Someone should follow him discreetly.
You're right. That was my instinct as well. I think we need to watch him.
Yep.
Closely. Can't believe it. I mean, I never liked the man, and you see Garrett Lorne, Fiona's father, he's like, but this is treason. Surely, Roy, that treason. I mean, if the Lord Commander at Riverwatch, he'll hang anyone treating with Vost. I mean,
and maybe it's nothing. Maybe he just sold them some goods. That could be it. But it's worth looking into.
Has this coach been here before?
I don't. And you see the Dolores, she kind of nods. She says, if not this one just like it was here a month and a half ago, maybe.
Again, did they meet with the shopkeep?
Yes. Yep. They met with Norm. I mean, no one thought anything of it because, I mean, old Willett, he's our merchant in town. He's been telling us and to be fair, he actually did have quite a bit of new stock, stuff that is a bit harder to get. But
well, it says in the letter, Vost gave specific instructions to the bandits and their leader is to not kill unnecessarily. They mean to preserve Reuven. It'll just be another province, and they're not looking to wipe it off the map. They're looking to control it, and that right now means to destabilize it. So it's not a shock that the storekeeper would be trading with them. He probably is bringing in goods, but nonetheless, it's still treason.
Garrett Lorne nods. He says, and what does that mean for the village now that the Bonebreakers are done? Vost will surely find out. I mean, will they then attack us? If we need to get word to Riverwatch, is what we need to do.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. We're heading to Riverwatch soon.
We could take a letter or whatever you.
Yes, if you could let the Lord Commander know of our plight. See, we've sent messengers, but none returned. I fear they were all killed.
Yes, we have one more stop to make here in the outskirts of Ruhleben, and as soon as we're done with that, we're going to Riverwatch. If you would, you could write this up in a letter.
Yes,
and we can deliver it.
And you see Sergeant Fuller kind of turns and looks at his other townsfolk, just the other two that are here. He's like, look, this is not a full council meeting, and it doesn't need to become one. Willett is on the council, so he cannot be part of this. We have no proof, but we have to walk very carefully here. I'll begin investigating what's going on. And he looks at, especially at Garrett Lorne, and not so much at Dolores, but he's like, Garrett, you cannot let on. I know you and he do a lot of business together. I know he trades in your farm goods, but I'll do my best. I'm no actor, but he can't know. Dolores doesn't like him anyway, so it's not going to be hard for her to. Of course, I don't think she likes anyone. No, I just don't like you, Fuller. She's like, right. So, right, then we've an accord.
Sergeant, if I may.
Yes.
I've put some thought to the problem of Blue Scale. I know a lot of the townsfolk are behaving as if he's gone, but I think it would be very dangerous to make that assumption.
I've told them he's not gone. I told them you drove him off.
That being said, I have been thinking about his psychology and what he is. And with this letter, we now know that he's a part of this effort going on. And you've said that he hasn't directly attacked the town yet, right? He's just taking off livestock and things.
Yes, he's not. He doesn't seem to have, even when he has attacked farms, he's only taken, a cow or a horse here and there. He's not. I think the only people he's killed really just were trying to drive him off, bravely but foolishly.
Well, I have some thoughts, and you can do with them what you will. We know that he's part dragon, part true dragon, and that he is intelligent. What will happen when Vost finds out this area has not been ruined? I don't know what they'll do with him. Maybe pull him away, maybe not. My point is that he could possibly be reasoned with. If you can appeal to the draconic nature, to his sense of grandeur and importance, possibly a deal could be struck. I say this, it's a possibility. I'm not saying this could absolutely happen, but perhaps he could be turned from a threat into an ally. Again, these are just thoughts.
Bribe him. You all could. Surely you could take care of the wyvern. You drove him off once before. You could find him, maybe. Kill him. Get rid of him once and for all.
Perhaps, but now we don't have a ranger. And we don't have a druid. We have no way to find this thing.
I see. That's
Make
true.
no mistake, if we come across this wyvern again, it'll be his head or my head. But I don't even know how to find him right now.
I understand, of course. And we will certainly, Mistress Capri, we will take that into consideration. Maybe it might be that, and you see Garrett Lorne, he kind of is just shaking his head. He's like, I just worry. What happens in a few months when Vost knows their gambit here has failed? When their wyvern is all that's left? And Fuller's like, we cannot think in the margins like that. We have to be ready. we're going to have
Keep
to
in mind
up.
that they want preservation as their goal. That's clearly evident in the letter. They may move on and try this gambit at another town, but I don't think they'll invade and slaughter every one of you. That's counterintuitive.
Also, send riders out to the temple of the Argent Lord. Inform him of what, Father Gedwin, of what has happened here in the stakes. Maybe that there is some aid to be provided there or from there. I don't know. But it's better to let more people know what's going on than less.
None of our riders have gotten through. I mean, of course, the Bonebreakers are. You say they're all gone now?
The only one that escaped, there was one of them on our way back. One of them, we woke the morning after camp and he was gone. But their leader is dead, and every other one of them that is not in that prison are dead.
See.
So,
All right.
even if Voss attempts to do this again, it would take them time to gather the resources needed. You have time, and if nothing else, after winter, I can come back here and check on the town. But I have a feeling that after we drop this off to the Lord Commander at Riverwatch, he'll send for help.
Yes.
And Father
And that
Gedwin
is a good point.
man. If he
Yes,
can send aid,
yes.
he will.
And winter he kind of glances out the window where the snow is falling in the darkness. You can just see it in the lights of the inn. Winter is upon us, and so, yes, it may be armies don't move in winter, so we will have time. You're right. I will send someone. And Fuller's like, I'll see to it, Garrett. You don't need to worry.
Either way, that is a big threat that has been removed. Even with the Wyvern, he's wounded too. But all those bandits down travel should be safer now. But I think Kepri is right. I think it's best to be safe. You don't know when and if that Wyvern would return. We will send word to Riverwatch. And if nothing else, we bought you a few months.
And your reward. We'll get that. Hang on. And Fuller goes out, and as he goes out, and you see Garrett Lorne and Dolores Keats. They kind of talk a little bit quietly amongst themselves. As you guys watch Fuller go out, you see the thin, just sour form of Norman Willett is out there, and you can see that as Fuller goes by, he gives him a jaunty kind of wave. You can't hear what he says because it's still loud in there, and people are celebrating and drinking and singing, songs, bad songs, but they're singing them nonetheless. And many of them seem to be the Ballad of Venric, as though no one else took part. That's happening a lot recently, and but you can see Fuller goes back behind the bar, and he and the innkeep kind of struggle and grab the chest and start coming your way. And you could see, as his vantage, he can't really see well into the room, but you guys can clearly see him just glaring daggers at the two men as they carry this large chest to you. And I believe it was 500 gold.
I believe so.
Indeed.
They bring that in, and they as promised, and they set it, open the lid, and it is a large chest, and they actually give you the key and lock. It's a large chest with 500 gold. It could hold more than the 500 gold should you guys wish to keep it to store other things as well. And we will just keep track of that for the end of the night too, because I got to give you those XP. But what does my party wish to do? The merriment continues outside till the wee hours of the morning. You guys are pretty beat up, tired.
Yeah, Henrik is going to he's going to find a room to get himself some sleep.
Does anyone need any healing before we go to bed?
That's a good question. Let me check. think. Nope. Looks like Cadrak had been healed up, back up to 10.
Okay. And they tell you, of course, the innkeeps now, of course, all of your rooms are on the house. Got them set aside. And we'll have breakfast ready for you in the morning.
Yeah, and Cadrak he'll take a piece of chicken and sneak a little ale and head off to bed as he kind of goes to make the sheets greasy.
And just so you know, for role-playing things, Ben, Cadrak would be just his personality, he would very much look out for Kepri, for getting him out of that cage and all that she did. So he would be, because that's just kind of the way he is when someone does him a good turn. He's very loyal. He's a cranky sucker, but he is definitely someone like her that looked out for him.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Bertram would just go to bed and say some prayers. He's down a few hit points. He'd heal himself up. But
Okay.
he would just be a little quiet, thinking.
Bertram's thinking. What about Venric?
Yeah, Venric is just he already ate, he drank, he did the talking that he needed to do. He's just gonna get Clay and make sure Clay's up for the night. And he's gonna find himself a nice warm bed to crawl into.
All right. You guys all head to bed then?
Mm-hmm.
What about Kepri? Did you say you were going to bed as well?
Oh, yeah. She passes out the second her head hits the pillow.
Okay. Sorry, just got to take a quick note.
It's all good.
All right. You guys, exhausted, wounded. I mean, you're healed, but you're still feeling the after effects of your wounds. You guys head upstairs. Again, it's a couple beds to each room, and I think bunks were like so. But you guys gratefully, and again, Cadrak, you've been in a cage with barely any warmth, so you're pretty bruised up and cut up. But as you shrug out of your mail, lean your axe and shield up, I don't know who's sharing a room with who, but whoever's in the room with Cadrak would see he's got where he's been whipped and beaten, and he's got a lot of scars on his body.
Yeah, and he would just kind of peel out of all that stuff, and because he would actually attempt to get a bath or something before going to bed, if at all possible, because I don't know when the last time.
Well, before he was captured.
Yes.
So they would gladly, because they kind of could smell him downwind. So they hook him up with a bath. They hook all of you up with a bath, should you wish it.
Oh yeah.
And Cadrak, you take a good long while washing the grime, and the hot water just eases the aches and the pains. It's a miracle you don't have broken bones, but that's a testament to your dwarven constitution. And again, you guys, all of you get cleaned up, and as you head up to bed, you guys fall into a good, sound sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, you awaken, perhaps expecting to see snow on the ground, but you don't. It's clear, it's cold, but it does get up above freezing, and you realize, just like the ranger, I believe Rigel had said, he knew pretty well this snow was probably not going to stick. I can't remember. No, it wasn't Rigel, it was somebody else, because Rigel was unconscious by then. But anyhow, sure enough, it doesn't stick, and you guys get up. It's a little bit warmer than it was the day before, which is good. Probably, in probably in the maybe the low 40s, but you're glad that there's no snow on the ground, and it is a bit warmer. You head downstairs. There's bacon and eggs, biscuits, and you fall to with a will. And again, everyone is happy to see you. It's not like the big party atmosphere of the night before, but everyone is very happy to see you guys, because you guys are obviously, you're the heroes of Reuven, and they're very much, everyone is like, just shakes your hand, thanks you again, and you guys can discuss your plans now, or maybe over breakfast.
Good morning. All of you, good
Well
morning.
met, everyone.
So that's a plan.
Now, what do we do
Brother
now?
Bertram, I believe you'd mentioned wanting to stop at these ruins over here in town.
Shrine, yes. I need to find Nate, the woodsman, and I think he can take us there. He said it's not far. And then
You
I
said
say,
he knew exactly where it was at. Nate's home is just outside of town, I believe.
so I will, after breakfast here, if you guys would accompany me, head right there so that we can make haste. Capri, Kadrak, do you wish to accompany us?
I'll be with the wee one.
Sure. Are we going directly from his house, do you think?
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, then it's settled. We'll finish our meals. We'll go to meet Nate.
All right. Bertram quickly finishes his meal, something of an eagerness.
Kadrak, you have, not really much gear. Do you need to, I mean, I know there's only the one store, but,
I've got enough. Got an axe and a shield, and some armor. Don't know that I need a whole lot more. I will need some rations. Just before we
Yes.
go out, because I have none. But other than that, I think I'm mostly taken care of.
I'll follow you.
Hey, well, let's get him some rations. That's the first thing. And it
You go to the
wouldn't hurt
traveler's friend.
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay. You make your way through town. It's a little bit warmer. The sun's actually out. It feels good, even though it's chilly, but it's just good to walk and feel the sun on your face as you make your way over to the traveler's friend. You open the door, head inside, and you hear the jingle of the bell above the door, and you see, old man Willet's kind of just like hunched over. Yeah,
Good morning, Norm. How are you?
I'm well. How
Good.
are you?
I'm glad to hear that. We'd like some rations.
How many?
How many do you want, Kadrak?
Well, I was gonna say, would anyone mind spotting me? I'm
of
a little late on
course.
calling.
I actually need some as well, so I'll buy 3 for me and 7 for him.
Now, Norm,
Are
are these
standard
on the
prices.
house as was discussed by the council?
Of course.
Wonderful.
Yes. And he gets one of his sons. And you guys have noticed his sons don't really have his sour disposition. They just are just like, okay, and no one goes to the back. He kind of leans forward. He's like, Kadrak, if you don't mind me asking, what's your last name?
I wouldn't tell him that, Kadrak.
Why? Why shouldn't he tell me? You're a little insulting, priest.
Norm, you cheated me out of a topaz. I'm a little irritated with
cheated
you,
you.
Norm.
I have cheated you out of nothing. I'm a businessman and a merchant. And we've already rewarded you. I think it's folly to give you things. I simply asked your friend for his last name.
Well, it's Topaz, Norm. His last name's Topaz.
Right. Brother Bertram.
Well, thanks for the rations.
Tell
Have a nice
Father
day.
Gedwin I said hello.
Tell him yourself when you repent.
If I can. And he turns around, goes back to his ledger.
I'll call out to one of his sons while they're getting the goods. I'll need 10 days trail rations myself for myself and Square.
Oh, of course, my lord. And he goes back to the back. I heard you guys took the head of that ogre. That was well done. That must have been amazing. I wish I was a warrior like you. And he starts loading you up with stuff. And again, you just get the sense that his sons are they're they're kind of fine. Whatever poison has infected their father doesn't seem to have affected them at all.
Bertram will go back to Norm, and he'll lower his voice, and he'll look at Norm.
Norm's still just hunched over his ledger, not looking up.
Mr. Willett, I may have been harsh. I want you to know that any can repent. You can seek forgiveness.
I told you I've already repented.
Well, if your conscience is clear,
It's
between
you
and the-
who's repenting to the wrong God. Huh? You ever think of that?
not once in
We're
my
on the
entire
right
life.
side? Is that what you think?
What other side is there, Norm? Mr. Willett?
Yeah.
As that conversation's going on and his sons are fetching the rations up, they ask about the ogre. I'll kind of egg him on a little bit. Yes, you should have seen the size of this bastard. His head must have been this big. Cut it right off with my axe.
Wow. Was it one blow?
No, many blows. He was, well, it's like cutting down a great tree. It takes many chops to fell it. And
I told you even a warrior as mighty as Sir Vendrick would need more than one swing. Wow, that's incredible. I wish I could train with you. And his brother punched him. He's a knight, stupid. He's not going to train someone like you. And finally, Willett looks up. He's like, boys. See to the stock. Got no time. Time is money. This isn't making you no money. Nor me.
thank you, boys. And I'll turn and I'll walk out.
As we're like outside the shop and safely out of earshot, Kepri says, "Wow, Bertram, way to not let him know that something's up."
No, I played it off pretty well, I think. It was about the topaz and being cheated. I think that come across pretty good.
I don't think you're as subtle as you think you are, my friend. And I say
Bertram
that with all the love in my heart.
Bertram will look like really concerned at you, like, really?
Yes.
I thought
I think the only thing that gave it away was when you told Kadrak not to tell him his last name.
Kept pushing it.
But then I said topaz.
You did say you
Leading
did say
back
topaz.
in-
And
into-
repenting?
You know what that was? He said, if I still can. And I am a cleric. And if someone does want to make their ways right, I would be remiss to not offer the hope of the light. And so I tried to remember.
I appreciate that. I'm just saying I think you definitely tipped him off. That's all I'm saying.
Padraig, give me a perception check. You're not really part of this conversation, and I just want to see something.
Oh, snap. That's a nat 20.
Okay. As you guys are walking away, this conversation is happening at the shop, and you're walking away, axe on your shoulder maybe. You kind of glance back, and sure enough, the window's open, and you see the sour face of old man Willett. He kind of closes the drapes. Eh!
Ah,
I wonder
You
if
think
I
I
was
should
asking him my last name.
Well, I lower my voice.
Or you guys are down the street now.
I still lower it, and then I look at Kepri. This is quiet enough. Kepri.
yes.
If he had anything to do with those bandits, he might know of your captivity.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Bastard.
I'm probably not the best one to do the talking for stuff like that.
Nor I.
Bertram, you do just fine. Who cares if the old fool knows?
That's yes.
Send more bandits?
Cheap old man. Nah, I'd like to see it, Venric.
I wouldn't.
We'll cut the bastard-
Round 2.
we'll cut the
All right.
bastards down, right, Kadrak?
Aye.
Okay,
through my
you guys,
list.
right? Kepri's like, they're all psychopaths. you make your way from the merchants. I'm assuming you guys are heading out to the to Nate's house, the hunter's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way outside, and again, now the gate guards are like, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. And like they kind of lose all decorum, because everyone's so happy because again, to the average citizen, like all their troubles are over, just over. But they're like thanking you, and they just are like, as you make your way out. I'm gonna take my face off here so you can see the map. Heading outside of Reuven, there is a small, it's not quite a road, it's like a cart path that leads to the southwest. You go past a few farms and farm fields, and Nate told you where it was, and then it curves back up heading west, and you see ahead of you a humble clapboard cottage sits near the edge of the woods, smoke rising from the chimney. A recently slain deer is hung, and a brawny woodsman is cleaning it. Nearby, a grubby young boy plays fetch with a hound, and you can see a woman out hanging linens to dry. And you see the familiar form of Nate. Well, familiar to everyone except Kadrak. And Kepri, I think you met him at the inn. And he kind of turns as you guys are making your way toward his house, and he's like, my friends. And again, he's like bloody up to his elbows and stuff. He's like, excellent. My dear, these are the ones I told you about. Well, some of them. Vanya, please. And he's like, Carl, come here. And he introduces you to Vanya and Carl Randall. And he says, welcome to our home. Can we get you breakfast? And
unfortunately, Nate, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're right. Go ahead.
I just said, unfortunately, Nate, we are very pressed for time. Though I would love to spend the day, or at least a meal with you guys.
You see that his wife she's a pretty stout woman. She's a little brawny. She's not like heavy set. She's just a woman that has worked outdoors all over. She folds her arms. She goes, nonsense. You all look hungry. I know you adventuring types. Come inside. I've got biscuits and gravy, and you're going to eat right now.
Biscuits and
Let's
gravy?
Go. I look over at Venric. Biscuits and
gravy. And I have honey for the biscuits. Let's go. You'll love it.
I walk in the house. Second breakfast, folks. Now we eat like hobbits.
We are observing Kepri's, what is her dietary
customs.
restrictions?
Yes.
Kepri's people, yes.
I require second breakfast.
I didn't even think about that.
And so you guys, you head inside, and as you do, you can see it's a pretty humble cottage. I mean, it's well built. But you can tell this place is probably cold in wintertime. But it's homey. You can see that the family sleeps up above in a loft, while like everything in the main room below. There's a couple of chairs at either end of the table and long benches on either side of it. The fireplace is going, but it's a low fire because it's daytime. She shows you guys in, and as she's like setting the table, for each of you, these again, it's wooden plates, iron cutlery and everything, and she sets it out. But it's good food. I mean, it's really good home cooked meal, biscuits and gravy, and then there's honey for the biscuits as well. And it's just solid fare. Give me a perception checks.
I get
11.
19.
16.
Okay. Bertram, you notice no one else seems to be paying much attention. They're just like digging in. But despite as good as this looks, you kind of notice while there is a decent amount of meat around, like the jar of honey is like almost gone. A lot of the other stuff that she's putting out here, the cream, there's not a lot of it. And but she's not taking no for an answer. And she's like, forcing you all to eat and drink your fill and everything.
As we're eating, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kepri.
You're good.
Bertram will just begin to talk to Nate and say, I was hoping to hire your services for the day.
Oh, certainly. I could do that. I wasn't planning a hunt. I just got a deer, although I was planning on cleaning it. And he looks over at Vanya, and she's like, "I'll see to it. They saved you. You should look out for them." Of course. You want to go to the shrine?
I do. But I would not ask you to do it without compensation.
Oh no, I can't take pay. You all helped me that night in the forest. I don't want any coin, please, Brother Bertram.
But Nate, it's only fair. We're asking you to go out of your way, and it's at least a day's wage for the work. It's only fair.
He is
And
a
she's
lord.
like-
He understands these things.
Oh, of course. And Vanya, his wife, is like, "Yes, Nate," and she kind of is like, you get that wife tone is coming off of her, like, "Winter is here, Nate. We just had snow. We have a long winter to get through." Of course. Certainly. Well, whatever you think is fair. But I just hate to take. You're my friends. You that night in the woods, I was certain I was never gonna get home again.
Yes, Nate, we are your friends. All the more reason to pay you for your services.
Yes. I toss a pouch up, and I don't toss it. I hand respectfully a pouch to Nate's wife.
And that's the wise thing, because he kind of folds his arms like he doesn't want to take it, and she takes the pouch, and he's like, "Well, wait a minute. How much coin is that?"
It's not much. It's 25 gold.
Gold? And he looks panicked. I can't take that
Nate,
much.
You have no clue how important me getting to this shrine is, Nate. No clue. It's a massive benefit. A blessing.
Well, 25 gold. And Vanya looks close to tears, and she's a tough lady, but you can tell that she's like, "Nate, this would solve everything for this winter. We could lay in supplies. I could talk to Old Man Willett. I could get him to, maybe even we can pay off the line of credit we've got there. You know how he is about that. The deadline's near. Don't argue with him." And she turns and you see her tuck it. She's got an apron and a pocket. She tucks the heavy pouch away. She comes over, takes your hand, Brother Bertram. "Thank you so much. Nate will guide you straight there." Turns to Venric. "Thank you so much, my lord." To Cadrak, she goes, "Thank you, Master Dwarf. Thank you, Mistress Capri. I thank you so much for everything." And then she just kind of turns back to the stove, done talking. And Nate kind of looks, he's like, "Vanya," she's like, I've got to get the tea on. Of course they'll want tea.
Yes, I think those are the best biscuits I've had since I left the capital. I think it's worth that alone.
And you see this, all of a sudden, this kid comes up, and he's about your size, Capri. He's like maybe 9-10 years old. He's like, "You have been to the capital?" "No way."
I grew up there. Yes.
"Wow. What is it like? What is the tallest building there? How many buildings are there? Can you count them all? Have you seen all? Have you been into all the buildings?" And Nate's like, "All right, Carl. Okay, stop right there. I am so sorry. If you start answering one question, there's 50 more. And if we're going to get to the shrine..."
Quite all right. Curiosity is a trait that I much admire in everyone.
And Vanya's like, "Well, most of the time it is." And he's like, "All right, Carl, I need you to fetch my gear. I'm going to be taking these good folks out to the shrine." "I want to go." "No, you're not going in the hills. The wyvern's been spotted near there. You guys," he said, "not you guys." He says, "You all know that. I think I told you the wyvern has been spotted in the hills."
Yeah, you did.
Hopefully we run into the blue bastard.
So you hope?
Well, yes, I'd quite like to finish our fight.
Maybe.
Vanya kind of turns from the stove, kind of smiles back at Venric, and she looks at Nate. She's like, "You're right. I do like him.
It's the
I like
hair.
all of them." "No, I like you too, big man. Not only did you bring my Nate back, but may the light bless y'all." Well, of course he does. You're a priest. And Carl's like dejected that he can't go. He like heads out the door, and you guys can see him through the door. because it's kind of cracked open, and he's like getting his dad's pack out and like throwing like this hide cloak out and kicks a rock, and but eventually Nate is like, all right, he wraps up some of the biscuits and stuff for the road. We'd better get going. We could be there by nightfall if we move.
Before Bertram
Not
leaves,
far.
he'll grab his holy symbol and just say a blessing over the household.
Benrick will bob his head.
And
Argent
you notice they
Lord,
do.
Watch over this home. Bless them prosperously through this winter. Keep them and keep all evil and danger from them. In the light. And he just ends.
They kind of both make the sign of the light. Oh, and whatever. We've never discussed what that is. But they both make the sign of the light. And as you exit, you can see it looks like Vanya is, again, as tough a woman as she is. It looks like she's maybe wiping a tear away from her eye as you guys head out. And it's brought home to you guys that you're hardened adventurers that have seen much of the world and battled things, but common folks still living in the world, they have it hard too. It's different, but it is in its way. It's a hard life. And as you come out, Nate is, all right, Carl, watch your mother now. I don't think we'll be back before tomorrow. So remember what I told you. Get the goat put up. I know, Dad. I know. Right. You're a brave boy. Kind of ruffles his head. All right, let's go.
Thank you.
And he leads you, if you guys are ready.
Yep.
Ready?
All right. He leads you actually to the west. There on the map, you could see his house. He leads you past the grove, and you can see this grove has a huge old oak at its center. It's ringed by smaller trees and bushes with wildflowers all about. There's a peaceful quality to this grove, and it feels timeless here. As you're passing, he says, they say this grove was planted by elves. None of us really that live here today know much of it, but we use it for wedding ceremony. I was married there. A lot of young couples find it a favorite trysting spot. If you fall asleep in the grove, you have the most wonderful dreams. I did it once before, but it's a very kind of sacred place.
I'll tell Aelwyn about this. Yeah.
And you head out of town to the west. Nate the Hunter leads you west through the forested hills. Unerringly, he knows his way. This is where he hunts. This is where he grew up. And he leads you game trails and different old paths. He knows where to. So what you're going to do for encounters, you're actually going to roll with advantage because he even knows, when things are a little more. It's not like, even though Rigel's a great ranger, this isn't like ground that he knows. This isn't the woods and forests. So we are going to need a couple of. So we'll start with Kepri. Roll me 2d6 and take the higher.
Okay. 3. And one
Okay.
of them was a 1, so.
Ooh.
Yep. He leads you through. He's like, hold on. He kind of like hunkers down. Something up ahead. He waits about 10 minutes, just kind of hand up. And although Nate's very deferential to all of you, now that he's out in the woods, he clearly takes charge. He's still very polite about it, but he's like, okay, whatever it was, heard something. They moved along. Okay, let's go. And then Kadrak, why don't you roll me 2d6?
Okay.
I love that picture, but Kadrak does have a blonde. He has blonde hair and beard.
Good to
Not that
know.
it matters.
Let's see. That is going to be a take the higher, so it'd be 6.
Okay. No encounter. It's late afternoon as you come in sight.
So, Cadrak, you said your kin are Sothco? Is that what you said?
Some of them are. I'm supposed to meet some there. We've got family business to attend to.
Is that where the Granite Hammer clan lives, or did you all migrate there?
No, we're not from South Coast. My people are originally from the Lonely Valley, but We're looking.
For what?
Home.
Did you lose it?
One of them, anyways. But until I know more, I don't know what the state of all that is. Hopefully
Do you
they
think
know
he'll
more.
leave us in Softcoat then?
Well, depends
Well,
on the state, but I owe you a debt.
Who?
You.
Oh, we're past all that now. I mean, besides, it sounds like we'll be staying in Softcoat for the winter, so not like we're going to be up and leaving either.
Well, that's all well and good, but I'll be honest, Peppery, that's not how we dwarves work.
Well, if you
Until
have
the blood
any
debts are
mages
paid.
I could talk to, or any libraries, I would consider us even. I know maybe dwarves. Well, there's at least some scholars among you. I'm sure there's some.
There are runesmiths and those that forge arcane into runic magics. I don't know that it would necessarily be like your spellcasting, but something similar.
Well, it's a unique, marriage of the physical and the arcane. I mean, it sounds quite interesting.
Well, you're more than welcome to speak to my kin when we get to Softcoat.
I would love
By the light, that was stupid. Cadrak Topaz. Oh,
that. Wait, did you think he actually bought that? I thought you. Did you really think he believed that?
you should not play at wits.
Quiet,
Quittedness
quiet.
is not.
We're getting close. Shh, shh. Everyone. As you come up, you guys are talking as you approach, and you see a path leads up to a hilltop. And it is on this hilltop. Oh, wrong button. Sorry about that. As you kind of make your way up to this hilltop, you can see the ground flattens up. And see a shrine ahead. It's larger than you thought, almost a full temple. And this path turns to cobblestone as it nears the front. You can see that there is a fountain out front in front of double doors. The vegetation here, even though it's fall and a lot of the stuff does look as though it has been, the leaves are changing, it also looks off. The vegetation just somehow looks wrong. But Nate is looking up away a little further north from here, north and west, to you see a hill that rises. So where this is kind of flattened out, you can see it rises up beyond. And he's like, all right, I don't see anything. Do you see the cave up there?
Yes.
It's right about the midpoint up that hill. And you guys do see a pretty large cave mouth. I think that might be where that wyvern is. I can't tell for sure. Oh, nice, Ben. You already changed it. Wow.
Pretty quick.
Can't tell for sure, but I've stayed away from this area, so just be aware. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you all.
Oh, that's all right. Knowing that the wyvern could be this close, we should be careful. Nate, I was gonna say if you wanted to go back home, you could, but I don't think that you should if it's possible the beast is this close. I think you should stay with us.
Aye, sir. I don't think I want to. I can go in with you. I can wait out here, whatever you would prefer. But I need to guide you back once you're, once you tend to your business here. I'm sorry.
Maybe, and she's looking at Vendrick kind of pointedly. Maybe wait out here for us.
Oh, I don't know about that, because what if the wyvern is up there? What if we get into this temple and something attacks us and we cause a stir and it comes down?
I'll take cover, sir. Don't worry about me. I can find myself a spot. I'll go in with you should you wish. I don't know. People avoid this place, and I have not been in here since I was probably a teenager on a dare. But it's been in ruins for a long time. It's always been kind of creepy. No offense, Brother Bertram.
Oh, something does seem off with this place currently.
Well, then Nate, if you're sure that you can take cover, maybe do that and wait here for us.
Oh, aye, sir. I can. I don't plan on sitting around out in the open. I can tell you that.
At that, Vendrick will draw his Sword of Winters.
Oh, look at that! The Sword of Winters.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we got Kepri leading the way. I think, right?
Negative.
As per usual.
Should we consider letting Cadric use the axe, or just do you want to have that as a backup?
I thought we did, right?
No, we did not. We'll see how this goes for a little bit. No offense, Cadric.
None taken.
And in my hand, I have that staff with my belt, or the the hammer on my belt.
Okay.
Go
Kepri.
ahead and take that mini back out there.
Oh.
So it's a plan.
Need to enter this and see what is inside.
Follow you?
Okay. Do you want me to lead then?
Up to you, Bertram. Typically I do, but since this is a holy place, if you feel more comfortable leading, that's fine too.
To be honest, I feel more comfortable with you in front.
All right. Now I'll approach the doors.
Is that right? Is that not?
No.
Right in the pool.
Get out of the fountain, Capri.
But I thought I saw something.
All right. Is it like this? Is this how you guys are doing? I mean, is it side by side, 2x2?
That'll work.
Let me and Cadric, yeah.
Does that work?
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. You make your way up to the doors. As you pass this fountain, you can see murky bluish green water seems viscous and thick. You get to the doors, and the symbols of the light are upon them, but they're faded. This place is very old, but it's not in ruins. Parts of the roof seem damaged. And you get a sense, in Cadric, you would know this instantly. This place has been built in stages. Just to your eye, parts of it are much older. Like, it looks like the wings maybe were added to this place. Like, maybe it was at one time a smaller shrine, and then it grew over time.
The stone's been quarried from different places. You can see the coloration. It's off.
Interesting.
All right.
That's what we dwarfs do. Stonework. Well,
Time to see what is inside.
All right. The doors open with a screech. You see a broad hallway before you, Bertram. You can see the part of the roof is gone, and as the doors screech open, a few birds take flight and flap out through the roof. But mostly the place seems intact. A lot of the furnishing in here is wrecked and rotted from rains and the elements coming through. However, this broad hallway does bear old frescoes of heroes of the faith and angelic beings of light helping people and battling evil creatures.
I'm going to step in and go to one of the frescoes and see if I recognize anything.
Okay. Give me a knowledge religion check.
Okay. Oh, no, I got a 5.
It's just very old, and it's not so much that you don't know, is it's just kind of hard to make out. It's so faded and so old. But maybe with some time and some study, you might be able to figure something else out. But right now, it's really difficult.
All right. I look back. Are you guys coming in?
We'll follow.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm up next to you.
Okay. I just
gonna
will
go-
move the main
Yeah, I'll
Bertram
go
mini.
to the door to the right.
Kind of your strides echoing as you
I'll
make your way
open the door.
across. All right. The door seems to be stuck. It doesn't seem to be locked, but it does seem to be stuck.
try and throw a shoulder into it.
Give me a strength check.
Dirty 20.
All right. Bertram. Smash this door open easily, I might add. Nothing for you.
A good roll.
As the door opens, beyond you can see a storeroom, Bertram. It appears that while it doesn't look ransacked or anything necessarily, but there are rotting foodstuffs and moldering supplies in crates, barrels, boxes, sacks, just all over. Windows in here. The roof seems largely intact, but the windows are broken open, and it just looks like you can see leaves blown around on the floor.
I'm going to give it a search.
Okay. A perception check.
Oh, wow. Nat 20, dude.
Ooh.
Don't use all of them now, man.
You actually do find, tucked near the back of a broken crate, an old healing poultice that you're pretty certain would still work.
Oh. You put that in the party bag, Kepri?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll make my way out of here and head over to the other door directly opposite me.
Okay. Bertram heads across the hall. Footsteps echoing. Wind rustling outside.
And I'll check the door, see if it's open.
It actually does appear to be already cracked open a little bit.
All right. I open the door.
All right. The door. You open the door, Bertram, to see within is what looks like a barracks. They're still largely intact, but they're broken and battered, and there are webs all over. Give me a saving throw versus paralysis as you open this door.
Me. No, I fail.
Okay, so Bertram, you open the door, maybe stepping in a little farther than you meant to, and you blunder right into some webs. And it is then that the scuttling forms of giant spiders begin shifting about the room. You know what time it is? It's initiative time. I'll line you guys up.
Well,
Bertram is there. guys were behind. Gotta shift cards now. So this party just keeps changing all the time. It's funny. But that's okay. I don't mind. All right.
Stop.
Fastest is Kepri.
What's wrong? Something up there? And she kind of just grips her staff really tightly, but she's not rushing in there.
Okay, she's kind of, yep, she asks questions, she pretty much holds. Sir Venric,
Do I see these spiders yet?
you'd see figures shifting around, but it's Bertram's such a big guy, he's blocking the whole doorway, and he's kind of and he's like kind of embroiling himself in the webs.
I am going to move in and try to cut him free.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Is this just with my normal plus to hit?
Yep.
That is a 15.
Okay, you hack into the webs, and this is a magic sword, so you sever the webs cleanly, and you sever enough of them so that Bertram will be able to act normally on his action.
Thank you.
That is pretty much your action. Just in time. Scuttling along the walls. These things are not really on the floor, if you can see that. They are on the side of the wall. So imagine, Bertram, they saw you struggling in the webs, and they're kind of like that.
Ah, that's disgusting. I hate it.
Yes, yes, it is. As they scuttle towards you, and each of them goes to bite you, these sickly mandibles. All right. That is an 8, and that is a 19.
19 hit.
All right. You're going to take... Let's see. Come on now. Oh, there it is. You take 2 points of damage as it bites you, in the head, right by the
Ooh.
neck. And give me a saving throw versus poison.
Okay. Oh, I feel it.
Bertram collapses unconscious to the floor. Brother Bertram is unconscious. Boy, what is the luck there?
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Hydrak, granted.
Okay. Kadrak is going to... well, they're up on the wall, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. He will move up into Bertram's space and try to swing on these things, or one of these things on the wall. Would he be able to reach?
Oh, yeah. He moves up kind of standing partially on top of the large man, but Bertram is just lying there still as death as you just rush forward with your axe in hand. Boy, how mad are you, Jerry?
Oh, I'm fine.
You don't sound fine.
That is a 14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. For 5 points of damage in the right leg.
All right. As you hack into it, it does not drop, but it is very injured. Oh.
And then, did I use the entirety of my movement? He's got 20 feet.
Nope.
Okay, he will take the rest of his 5 feet and just step off to either one side, just so that he's not blocking that. No, not inside.
Oh.
Yeah, up back there.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I just thought,
Yeah.
All right.
The webs.
Kepri, you held.
Oh, Lord. She's at the back. There's not really anything she can do. She's just gonna keep holding.
Okay.
So.
Next round, we start with, unfortunately, Brother Bertram. Sweet dreams are made of... Oh, all right. Capri.
Okay. Bertram said he had that staff in his hand. Is it on the floor?
Yes, he
Can
did.
I pick it up?
Yes.
Okay. I know this is meant for healer types, but I would like to look at it, see if I can figure anything out, and possibly use one of the charges to heal him of poison.
All right. You don't have knowledge religion. I know you're a wizard, but you don't have it as an outside skill.
All. No, I have knowledge all.
Okay. Give me a knowledge religion check.
Okay. I got an 18.
All right. You think you might be able to make it work, but you're going to have to spend a full round to figure out what to do. What is your alignment?
I am
Yeah, evil, I knew it.
no. I am lawful neutral.
Okay. All right.
You're
So-
a wizard, Capri.
You begin studying this.
Okay.
Meanwhile, these spiders scuttle out. One attacking Venric and one going for Kadrak. Venric. No, that's a 11. Kadrak, that is also an 11. Whew. Apparently clerics are their favorite enemies, apparently.
That's why they moved in here.
Sir Venric.
Okay, I am going to swing on the wounded one that Kadrak nailed. That's 25.
God, yes.
For 9 points of damage.
And that's the injured one?
Yeah.
Yep, that'll be that'll hit him, and then you can also cleave into the other one who still stands. Or scuttles, or whatever you would call it. That one's dead. Kadrak, you see Venric just reach over and squash that one with his blade, just slice it cleanly in half. Gore goes everywhere. Mark that down. All right. And after Sir Venric, we have Kadrak.
Okay. Kadrak is gonna move over onto that other spider that's still alive. He'll just move over to the right of Sir Venric and take a swing on this thing.
I'm just going to keep this here because it's getting on my nerves.
Okay. With his battle axe, that's actually an 18 in the torso for 8 points of damage.
All right, and you crunch into this thing's torso, and
Apparently,
it dies.
Kadrak doesn't like feeling like outdone. Venric killed that one, so he's like, I have to.
And he did. Well done.
Nice
Capri.
job, fellows. Yes.
Give me a knowledge arcana check. Now, what you won't roll with disadvantage because it's a cleric item, but you won't get your normal advantage, so you'll just get your bonus. If the DC is 15, and for each failure, it will cost you a charge.
Okay. All right. Please, shining guy, heal your cleric.
I think we're zeroing into the
Oh,
problem.
nat 20!
Oh, look at her. How many charges does it take Jerry to do the poison?
2.
2 charges are gone, but your eyes snap open.
Oh.
Well, Capri, the clutch player.
Spiders!
I made it work! Bertram, it worked!
By the light. It should not have, but it did. I'm glad. Thank you. And thank you.
And knowing Jerry as I do, I know that inwardly he was like, God, I finally get into the shrine and spiders!
You don't know none of my inward thoughts. The camera was off. Page looks gone.
True.
Hey, Venric, will you go first through the rest of the doors?
Yeah, I can do that.
That helps.
Oh, here's your staff back. You can have it
Thank
back.
you very, very much.
Although she's kind of like looking at it, not like greedily, but just like, oh, okay, so like it doesn't have a catch or anything. You just have to sort of call it down. It's just interesting.
You make a fine cleric, Kepri.
I don't think so, but I'm glad that worked.
Me too. Well, should we search this room?
You are welcome to.
I will search the room.
Okay. You search through, and again, amidst the rubble, the broken stuff, there's a lot of webs. It looks like these spiders were beginning to make a nest in the one corner over here. There's no eggs or anything like that. They were kind of just starting to get their nest going and stuff. But that was interrupted by adventurers.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Spiders suck no matter what level you are. That sucks. That sucks pretty good.
I always think of, you guys remember a movie called it was Eight-Legged Freaks back in the day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That whenever I see those size spiders, that's what I always think of. Those like about that size, you know. That's the movie I always think of in my head.
Super creepy too.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I get out of there then. God.
So, yeah, okay, I'll move to the big double doors, the opposite of the entrance.
And I'm going to go behind him.
Henrik moves to the double doors.
And I attempt to open them.
I think we've established permanent roles because I'm not good at that role.
I think you're doing great.
Luckily, we had that staff.
Well, I actually have a wand of poison cure as well.
Ooh.
Oh,
So me going out, I was like, son of a gun.
I know if it was anybody else, it would have been fine, but it was just like, ugh.
But well freaking done.
I think that's the first nat 20 Kepri might have rolled. I'm not even sure, but it feels like.
These large doors swing open. You notice that they are actually not solid metal, but there's so much banding on them that they're very heavy, but they're also very well built in counterbalance, so that the noise of them is almost less than the other doors. Like, and as it opens, you can see within is a large sanctuary. You see the shrine ahead, finally, of St. Cathel. Stairs lead down on either side. You can see a small altar before the statue, which is supposed to be like this. And that's not exactly what it is, because he's not a knight. But you can see there are several benches there, as well as some here. Give me a perception check, Venric, as you open this door.
That is a 19.
Something feels off. It just feels very cold in this room.
Bertram, something's not right about this place.
I'm going to grab my holy symbol and summon the light to it. Reveal yourself. This is a holy place.
Are you in here or are you still out?
I'm behind him, still out. I say it through the door.
Okay, nothing happens.
I step in next to him and say the same thing.
Venric, so you step both of you inside?
Yeah.
Rest of you kind of stacking up in the door, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you step in and what do you do, Jerry?
Oh, I grab my holy symbol and I say, reveal yourself. This is a holy place.
Once it was.
Well, I am a cleric of the Argent Lord. You cannot stay here.
Something charges from the side door here. It blows open, and you see feral-looking shapes lunging out as we go into initiative.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, what new demon is this?
What new devilry is this?
What is that from?
Lord of the Rings.
That's
Fellowship.
it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Boromir.
Let's see, I'm just looking for...
I seriously thought it was going to be the cleric killer.
Oh, God. One of the leering ones.
These might not be better.
All right.
Now,
Brother Bertram.
All right. Does that look to me to be undead? Like a
It is exactly what that is. Those are ghouls coming out. You notice that these ghouls are wearing tattered priest's robes.
I will brandish my holy symbol and turn them.
All right. What do you say as you turn them?
Die in the light.
All right, let's see what you got.
Okay. I got an 8. And let's see. Level 4. And that will turn up to, like, you need a 7 to turn 3 hit dice creatures.
Okay.
A 9 to turn 4 hit dice creatures. But if they're 2 or 1, like 1 hit dice, they're destroyed. 2 hit dice and 2 hit dice with an asterisk, they're turned. 3 hit dice. Okay.
They are 2 hit dice.
But then they are turned, is what it says.
Okay, so you roll how many hit dice are turned?
Now I roll that, yeah.
Yep.
6 hit dice.
All right. As you do this, Bertram, they're like, the light flares brightly, and you guys are, you actually, as his party, you kind of squint as you've never seen it flare this brightly, and they kind of, they back up into this room, shutting the door.
We must destroy them.
All right, Bertram.
I'm going to use my movement to walk over to the door. Or towards
Over to where?
the door they just fled through.
What are the rest of you doing as Bertram heads over there?
Oh, I'm going with him.
I'll follow behind.
same.
Now, when we press them, they're going to fight back.
All right.
Okay.
Ready.
Kepri, Clay, and Kadrak. Give me perception checks.
No.
19.
Oh, Clay notices nothing. Hey, that was bright light. Ah.
Mhm.
I got a 19.
All right. Kepri, across the room, near the statue, you see a shrouded figure. Though whether it's shrouded because of the clothes it wears, it seems so dark it's hard to tell, or if it's made of darkness. And as you are heading over there, it catches your attention. Give me a saving throw versus spells.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay. 13, come on. 14!
Oh, you feel, as you're staring at it, you feel yourself like falling inward, like where it should have a face, it's just got a black hole of a cowl. And you almost feel like it's you're falling toward it, and you can sense it's trying to gain control of your mind. But you ward it, you have the discipline of your studies, and you shake it off.
And you guys hear her screaming like so shrill. There's something over there!
Hi.
Kadrak.
The hells? Kadrak he'll just step in front of her, near that, there's like that bench that's directly to her left. He'll just step, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Like, where's the stupid carpet is going to be a problem for me for some reason. All right.
He
So
just kinda
Kadrak
brandishes
steps
his action
back.
shield.
Okay. Sir Venric.
Okay, do I see this shrouded figure over here?
If you turn, you do.
I do, and I'm going to rush it and attack it.
Venric charges boldly forward.
Fiend. 19.
That is a hit, or is it? Now, your weapon is magic, so it is capable of injuring this. But I'll let you call it, it is a 50% mischance, because it is
snap.
incorporeal. So, it's 50 or lower a miss, or 51 and up a miss.
We'll go 50 and up is a miss.
51 and up is a miss.
Yeah, okay.
And we're going to keep that for the whole battle. 51 and up is a miss, 50 and lower is a hit.
That's an 80.
All right, your blade, it's like cutting into smoke, Venric, and it just passes right through it. And you hear, "You shall die." Next fastest is Kepri.
Oh dear God.
Hit it with the fireball.
I don't actually have that.
I saw it back at the tent, the ogre. Now's not the
she's
time
gonna
to be
hold.
modest, Kepri.
She's gonna hold.
All right, here we go. Next round. Oh, yeah. And this thing reaches out a hand, Venric, a ghostly hand, and really all you can see is just this like ghostly dark black sleeve reaching towards you. What is your armor class just with your dex?
No shield and no. So 15.
Yep. Dang.
No, without my shield. No. I'm sorry. It's a 13.
Okay. And it almost touches you, and you feel this unbearable cold, and you just lurch back, Venric. You realize instantly your armor is not going to help you against this thing, but you do get back out of the way. Meanwhile, Bertram, give me a perception check.
Nine.
Never mind. All right. Next we have whoever the next fastest is, which would be Sir Venric.
Hey, I'm going to swing on him again. That would be a 15.
That is a miss.
Oh.
Oh, and by the way, everyone on your turn, Venric, are you immune to fear?
No, I don't get that until level 5.
Okay. You're going to need to make, as is Kadrak and as is Kepri, a saving throw versus fear.
Okay. You want us to make that now or our turn?
As it comes to your turn.
Okay.
But you'll have to do it at the beginning. But I will need Venric to make it right now because he just had his turn. Bertram doesn't have to, and Clay doesn't have to because they're not looking at it yet.
Okay, so which saving throw does this go off of?
Let's see. Hold on. Should be fear. So, let me find my.
If it's like mine, it's versus spells.
Okay. Yes. So it'd be versus spells then.
Okay, I got a 15, needed a 14.
Okay, Venric, you hold firm. You feel this little edging of fear, and you just your life of combat, your fearlessness in the face of danger and death kick in, and you laugh at this. Well, maybe you don't laugh, but you definitely shrug it off. Kepri, I'm gonna need that same save against for you. Actually, I want to double check and make sure that that's what it is. Because I don't know if it is spell. I want to make sure that because spells is one of the higher saves. I would say paralysis is what you want.
Okay.
Because it's not a spell.
It's effect. Okay.
So,
Come on. Oh, 17. Ha.
Okay.
So
You had a question, Better?
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading up on this again. It says at level 3, I get +3 to against fear saving throws. So how does that work? If so, like
you add that to your roll.
Okay.
Yep. So whatever, like you roll. What did you roll? A 15.
15.
That would in fact be an 18, and whatever your saving throw versus paralysis would be. So you were clearly way above that.
Yeah.
Capri, you also make your save, and it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna call out to Bertram. Bertram, if you want, I could cast grease in front of that door so when those ghouls come through, they'll fall, if you want me to.
Yes, let me move.
Yes, okay, so I'll wait for him to go, and then go.
Brother Bertram.
I'm going to move over behind Sir Venric.
All right, as you begin to, you catch sight of this thing. Give me a saving throw versus paralysis, Bertram. It is versus fear if you have any specials with that.
Not that I can tell right now.
Oh, make this with advantage, though, because of your holy symbol.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a 14 is what I needed, so I
Okay.
made it. I will cast Protection from Evil on Sir Venric.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
What you get with this is obviously the +2 to AC, also +2 to all saving throws, and then you roll with advantage against saving throws that are from spells or effects that could possess or exercise mental control over you.
All right.
Yeah, that is nice. Very
And
nicely
then-
done, Bertram.
The spell prevents contact by any summoned creatures of the chosen alignment. Not that that's happened.
All right. Capri, you held because you were
Yes.
doing an action.
Yes, so I'm gonna cast grease on that area directly in front of that door.
Okay. How big of an area does grease cover?
Grease is a... just make sure I'm saying this exactly right. 20-foot square.
Okay. So, wow. All right. Yeah, that whole area is just slip slide covered with grease.
Don't step in there. Some of them aren't as familiar with my tricks.
Cadrak.
What do you want me to do, lass?
I
You
don't
do
know.
owe me a saving throw versus fear as we get to your turn, though, Cadrak.
Yes, that is correct. Roll that. We got a 16, and you said it was paralysis, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I needed 14 for that, so I am good.
Okay. You shrug it off. What do you do?
At this point, Cadric is just going to hold in between this thing and her. Actually, no. He will move over to the other side and get kind of roughly where he is between her and that door, just in case they burst through there.
What is Clay doing this whole time? Is he just holding? He doesn't know what to do. So actually, I don't know if you forgot about him, Benric.
Yeah, Clay is going to hold. I did forget about him. Clay is going to hold because he's never faced like a spirit, an undead thing like this before.
It's a new thing for him. All right. Next round. How long does the turn undead hold for, Jerry? I think it's quite a while, if I'm not mistaken.
It does not say the duration.
Okay. Well, while you read up on that, I know it's going to be for a while. So, this thing as it looks, you have no power here. And it is going to... Yep, it goes to stare at Bertram. Bertram, I'm going to need you to give me a saving throw versus spells.
Okay.
With advantage. Because you have a holy symbol that's very special.
All right. I needed a 15 for spells, and I got 2 14s.
Oh,
I failed it.
Bertram, you feel numb and cold, and it feels like you're falling like down a well and getting numb and falling asleep. And suddenly you realize, Bertram, Venric has always been your enemy, and you swing to smash him in the back of the head with your hammer.
I have my staff in my hands.
Then you drop the staff, pull your hammer, and you swing with your best weapon. Staff clatters to the ground.
Ooh. I hit a 22.
With blessed, that's a miss. Or protect against evil.
But he's not evil.
That's a good question. That's a conundrum.
That is a conundrum.
Actually, I would say that it would hold because this isn't Bertram attacking him. Venric doesn't know that necessarily, but this is not Bertram's will. This is this creature. Bertram or Venric, as you kind of half turn, as Bertram gives out this snarl you've never heard. It's like it's kind of like that part in Lord of the Rings where you see Bilbo kind of change. And this horrifying look is on Bertram's face as he swipes at you with this hammer, and you throw your shield up at the last minute, and you can feel it reverberate down your arm.
Bertram, get a hold of yourself, man.
What's going on?
All right, Sir Venric.
Okay, I'm going to swing at this shadow.
Oh, I'm sorry. This thing disappeared.
Oh.
God.
Okay, I am going to use my movement. I'm going to run to Cadrak and give him this this battle axe.
All right, you move over. I'm guessing. Well, not. Let's see. I would say like Kepri's here. If you want to get to like there, you can pull the axe and hold it out. And on his turn, he can grab it.
Okay.
Squab it. Hey,
be able
look
to
there.
hit it.
Kadrak.
All right. Kadrak will rush over. You think this will hit? This will work on it, Vendrick?
It's got magic. It's a magical weapon. It'll work against ethereal things. Don't lose
Okay.
this. We'll need it against the wyvern.
I'll give it back after the fight. And Kadrak will just take it, and then, at least for now, he's just going to move back to the spot he was and kind of keep an eye out, seeing as this thing disappeared.
Okay. Kepri.
Okay. Is Bertram still looking like, now that this thing's disappeared, is he still looking like furious at us? Like he wants to kill us?
As he turns, his eyes are literally glowing red. He's like,
Okay. I use my second casting of Grease.
oh, come on.
I cast it on Bertram's hammer.
You have two
I
casts of
leveled
Grease?
up, so I have one extra spell per day.
Now,
So Bertram,
okay,
yes.
help me out. You can cast on a specific item?
Yes, it says the spell can be used to create a greasy coating on an item. Let's see, sorry. Those in hand require the bearer to make a saving throw versus paralysis or drop the item.
Huh?
Further saving throws are required to pick the item up for the duration, which is 1 hour.
Wow, okay. Bertram, saving throw.
I got an 8, and I needed a 15.
All right, and the hammer slips out of your hand. I'm going to have you roll a d3, not a d6, because it's you're not throwing it. It just slips out of hand.
Okay, then that's 1 I got, plus my strength mod.
Yep.
So that'd be a 2.
Okay. So the hammer lands right back there. You you're brandishing it, and it just slips right out of your hand. Well done, Kepri.
Nice. Yeah, no kidding. What do you think on the side of the box?
And the
Not using
voice
that freaking
issues.
thing on me.
And the voice issues from Bertram as his mouth opens, and it almost like Bertram's like wooden, like his mouth is just kind of open, but he's not really mouthing words, but his mouth is just open like something out of a John Carpenter movie. He's like, "You shall never leave here alive." Fastest is Sir Venric. No, fastest is Kepri.
Oh, me again.
Yep.
I'm just gonna get behind Venric so I'm not directly in charging distance there. And I'm gonna say, I think we need to subdue him. Don't hurt him.
All right.
Cannot subdue me!
Kadrak.
All right. Fine, lass. And he'll slide this nice-looking battle axe into his belt loop. And then he's going to start moving towards Brother Bertram. He's going to kind of move onto that carpet just so he's kind of stacking up people in between Kepri.
Like that?
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
Kind of got his. He's
Okay.
still got his shield out, but he's got his one arm kind of free.
All right. Bertram, you feel like you're dying, and inwardly you're just falling into blackness, and you begin to get a sense like images of this place, a prosperous shrine, a thriving, community that was helping to build it with their beloved Saint Cathel, but you get an image of a priest glaring out at the world, staring too long into darkness, as fear began to take hold in his heart, and fear was met with a lack of faith. The first sliver of unbelief began to lodge in his heart and then in his mind. And that's what you're focused on right now.
Can I think anything?
Nope. I mean, well, you can't share anything with Dark Bert. I like it. You can't share anything with the party, but you can think things to yourself.
I would think, Angel of the Light, help me.
Very well. You see this, you see Bertram, again with a snarling visage and red eyes, glare at the doorway. And suddenly you hear, and the door begins to creak open again. And you can see the ghouls are behind. And as he does this, Bertram rushes forward, trying to tackle 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Trying to tackle Venric. So Bertram, why don't you go ahead and give me a CMB versus Venric's CMD.
Hey. Sorry, buddy. 11.
I've got a 16.
All right. He goes to tackle you, Venric. You throw your shield up. You're trying not to hurt him, and he doesn't. He is unable to do anything. Meanwhile, the ghouls come charging out. The turning effect ended, and what do they have to do? Because they hit this grease automatically.
Yes, they need to make a saving throw versus paralysis, not to fall down.
Okay. Saves. Okay, good lord. First one, the second one, this one can move. Now he makes it, so what does that do for his movement? Is it like halved or something as he's picking?
10 foot around.
Okay, so I'm going to put him up to here as he's looking over at Kepri and Clay, snarling.
Oh god!
Sir Venric.
Okay, I'm going to hold my ground with Darkbert. I'm going to pull and light a torch and throw it at the grease spot.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. You have a sword and shield in your hand. You will have to drop those to pull and light a torch. Just so you know.
Then, in fact, what I'll do is I'll call to Clay and tell him to do that.
Okay. All right. Clay will drop his spear. He will pull and light a torch, but that is what he can do right now, is he can pull and light it. He can't throw it. What do you do then, Venric?
You coward!
I'm going to grab Bertram and just try to hold him.
Okay. You need to at least drop your sword to do that then.
Oh,
or really,
like that.
If you're trying to grapple him, you're going to need to drop probably both sword and shield, or you could stab him.
Well, I don't want to stab him. Is there any? I can't really hit him with I can't really hit him with like a non-lethal attack.
You can shield bash him.
Yeah, I'm going to shield bash him.
Try to do like non-lethal damage. If you call it as non-lethal damage, yeah, you're just shield bashing. He'll still take hit point damage, but it's not going to be like actual permanent hit point damage. You're trying to like knock him down or knock him unconscious then.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to try to knock him down. Maybe this will ring his bell and get him back to earth. Okay.
All right.
18.
Good lord. Looking to hit my AC?
Yeah.
Yep, that hit me.
Okay.
I have a no shield right now, so.
And then what would my damage on that be?
Well, if you're trying to specifically knock him down as well, I'm understanding that. So yes. You would do, I'll give you 1d3 plus your strength bonus to damage. And then Bertram, this isn't permanent. So like somewhere this is, what do they call it?
Subdual.
Forgetting. Subdual damage, yeah. So this will heal much quicker than regular hit point damage. But then also, as he slams into you, roll where you hit him with this shield.
All right, it's going to be right in the torso.
Ooh.
All right. Bertram, or actually Venric, make your CMB check to see if you can knock him from his feet as well.
That is a 16.
I have a 14.
All right. Bertram is knocked from his feet, prone. He gets shield slammed by the powerful Sir Venric, as the two comrades now locked in mortal combat.
How much damage was that subdually?
That was 5.
All right, next round. Kadrak.
Kadrak, with his free hand, is actually going to pull forth his 50 feet of rope and attempt to start trying to tie a Bertram.
All right, he is struggling, so give me a CMB check, but make it with advantage because he is prone. So it's not that hard to like jump on him and just start like trying to loop rope around his hands and legs.
Dwarf! Get off me!
Luckily,
It's my round.
Venric helps me. All right. Let's.
You will have to drop your shield and weapon
Yes.
if they're in your hand.
His axe he had put away,
His
but
axe
he
was
will
in his
drop
belt.
his shield. Yep.
Okay.
So that is going to be an 18.
I have a 14.
All right, Kadrak, you begin looping, and it's kind of like watching a rodeo. You guys, Venric, you and Kepri look on as Kadrak just swiftly starts looping rope around, and as Darkbert starts to struggle, he like throws a hand up, and Kadrak's like, "Oh, thanks," and like loops it around that arm and loops it, ties it to his ankle, and he's got him trussed up pretty good. Sir Venric.
I'm gonna hold and let Clay. Well, is he going to the same round as me then?
Yes,
Okay. I'm gonna.
I forgot to pull his card out.
Okay,
that was
I'm
my
gonna
bad.
hold for a second. Have Clay throw that lit torch at that grease spot with the ghouls in it.
Okay, what's the damage on that again, Kepre?
3d6 per round.
Eee.
So let me give that to you. I
Ready.
rolled pretty good too. 5, 8, 12.
Okay, I rolled 7, a 10, and an 11.
Oh, yes.
As these as these ghouls are caught up in the fire and the grease just burns instantly hot, incinerating all 3 of them. And it
Nice.
stinks to high heaven in this room.
You'll pay
As
for
the-
that.
The ghouls are dead.
Good throw, Clay.
Thank
now
you, sir.
on my turn, I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna take a beat and look around, see if I can see this phantom thing anywhere.
All right, give me a perception check.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Hey!
You're looking. Kepri.
Okay. I step up next to Venric. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. I want to cast Detect Magic, and it reveals magical auras and abilities. And each round I learn something new. And I just want to see if I can find anything out about this possession.
All right.
So round 1, it detects presence or absence of magic.
You definitely detect the presence of magic. Now you detect the different magics that are, like, so Bertram has some magic items, I believe, don't you, Bertram?
Yep, the shield, the amulet.
Okay,
I think
he's got
the
some
hammer's on the
items.
floor.
Yep, you can see, but you actually do detect an aura of dark magic emanating from him. And so you just have to keep concentrating on it. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I just tell them, I'm trying to figure this out. Keep doing what you're doing. But yeah,
All right,
that's what I do.
Bertram. I need you to give me a strength check.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to break them ropes. Get off me, you stunty little maggot! Ooh, I got a 13!
All right. So, Kadrak, what I need you to do is give me a. I'm trying to think what skill check. What skills do you have?
Let's see.
By
Kadrak,
dungeoneering.
he has dungeoneering and siege training.
I would say dungeoneering. So, give me a knowledge dungeoneering check to see how well you tied these ropes.
Okay. That is a 13.
What did you get, Dark Bert?
13. It's a good number.
But you have to exceed it. So as Dark Bert struggles, you realize, Cadrak, he's starting to loosen the ropes. You're like, this guy is strong. Because
I can hold him.
Just let me out and let's have fun.
And suddenly, as he says this, and Bertram's eyes go from red and they clear and they go to what color eyes do you normally have?
Oh boy. Hit me with them questions about me. He has blue eyes.
All right, and his eyes go from like glowing red to his normal kind of blue eyes. And Bertram, you realize after a moment you're tied up on the floor with Cadrak half on top of you.
What?
I'm sorry.
Are you doing?
They possess you.
What? I
Don't believe it.
I don't think so. I'm a cleric.
It's for your own good.
Kepri,
I look at Venric. Have they gone mad?
No, Bertram, you hate dwarves.
No, I don't.
You kept calling him a stump. It was disgusting of you.
I would. Why am I tied?
Kepri,
Yes.
you felt that aura of magic leave, and you felt it kind of exit, and you were focusing, and because you were focusing, kind of felt it like it went down those stairs, and then it was too far away from you to feel anymore.
Benric, that whatever that was, that shade, it went downstairs. I saw it. Leave him.
You sure of this?
I was watching.
You sure? Untie me.
Shut up, Bertram.
I look at Kepri like hurt. Like,
And this is where we'll end our session for the night.